My name is Izzy. I have 4 brothers, and just being around them all the time and them playing basketball around me, I kind of switched it early on, and at the age of 6, I started playing basketball, and I kind of just like threw away my pom-poms, and I was like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. When I was 8, my dad actually got sent to prison, and it was kind of very scary being the only girl and not having your dad to look up to. And I definitely got bullied a lot in school for not having my dad around, and all the daddy-daughter dances that I didn't get to go to. We did have a broken family for a little bit, and it was just hard to almost like move on every single day and be okay with it. My mom is amazing. She's probably the strongest woman I've ever met in my life, and when we were growing up, she actually lost both of her parents to cancer, and while my dad was incarcerated, she found out that she had breast cancer as well. And the way I saw her hold on to her faith and rely on that foundation has just inspired me in my walk in my faith. And just to see her raise 5 kids, work 3 jobs, deal with the cancer, and then deal with her husband being away, and then still have a smile on her face and still be there for everyone. It was super amazing. I met my boyfriend Cade my freshman year. We both connected mostly just around basketball and things like that. And it was funny because he ended up winning state and he was the MVP, and so every single girl in the state was texting him, and I was like, oh, like I'm kind of lucky I texted him before everyone else did, like perfect timing. And we ended up FaceTiming each other. We did like Bible studies over FaceTime, and I thought that was super cool. The first time we met, to me it felt like a movie. It felt like I was living like every girl's dream, and it was cool because on my birthday, he came and surprised me, and we left my house at 3 in the morning and we went to go jump into Coeur d'Alene Lake, and it was freezing, but it was like the most coolest thing ever because I'm a super spontaneous and adventurous person, and the fact that he like almost took a liking to that and wanted to be a part of it was super cool to me. As we started dating, I just saw him open up and just kind of like let God into his life more, and it was just super special to see. And he would start leading prayers on FaceTime, or he would just like pull me aside during the day and be like, hey, like I think we need to pray about this. Every moment I spent apart from him was so hard. It was like a piece of me was like gone the whole time. We were driving home from a basketball practice that I had, and he was like, I need you to pinky promise me that you're gonna marry me. And so we did, and like, it's gonna be me and you forever. And he's like, yes, me and you forever and always. And the next day, on March 17th, I woke up and everything was super normal. And I opened up my phone to this text message, and it was just him apologizing. And he was like, Izzy, I am so sorry that I'm about to do this to you and to my family, and there's a lot going through my mind. And then he just said he's sorry, and then he's like, I love you so much, and I hope you know that. I have days where it's like I don't think it's real, and I think he's just gonna pull up one day and say hi, or there are days when I'm angry and I'm like, why would he do that? And I told my mom, I was like, I can't go on without him, like face the fact that I'm not gonna see him, and like you have all these questions like, what did I do wrong, or why wasn't I enough for him, or things like that. The whole grieving process, I don't think there's a right way to do it. I don't think there's a wrong way to do it, and I think everybody's journey's different along it. But I've also like found a new purpose almost, and for me personally, just like my faith has helped me tremendously. I didn't plan for this, and God never planned to hurt me or hurt anyone else, but he knew it was gonna happen, and so he equipped me for this journey. And I've come to realize that sometimes like God will use my struggle to help other people, and I think that has given me so much purpose, and God's given me so many beautiful relationships that I never would have found or never would have encountered. Just the way I've seen him transform my heart and be a light to people who are maybe dealing with this or dealing with something different has been remarkable. And just the messages that I've seen where kids are like, Cade's story literally saved my life. If there's anyone out there who is struggling or feeling overwhelmed, I just want to tell you that you do matter. And Whether you believe it or not, or whether you see it or not, there are so many people in your corner, and there's so many people who love you. And through my experience, I've seen someone take their own life, and I've seen a whole community be there. And I just want to encourage you to be brave, and that it's okay to not be okay, and it's okay to be struggling right now. Life is not always perfect, and you have to experience the bad to experience the good. Your story has yet to begin, and there's still pages that are waiting to be written on, and there's still stories that you need to read, and there's stories that people need to hear from you. And I promise you that no matter how hard it is, one day you'll be able to sit there and say you overcame, and you get to say that you made it and that you've pushed through, and that story will impact a lot of people. So I just encourage you that as long as you keep fighting and you keep breathing, then you're on the right track. I've realized that it only takes 7 seconds to share my story.